Today, the second trailer for Wonder Woman 1984 just dropped, so let's get into it. So I just finished watching the Wonder Woman trailer 2 for the Wonder Woman 1984, and I watched it about 4 times and analyzed it a little bit, and now I'm ready to talk about it. I'm not going to do that whole side-by-side reaction thing, because I don't get the point of those. Look, link is in the description for the trailer. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. So first, a few things to uncover in the trailer. I think that the one thing I want to talk about the most is the villain. Now, I'm a little nervous about the villain in Wonder Woman 1984 for a couple reasons. Number one, I felt, even though I find Wonder Woman a fantastic movie, the first one, I find it to be a fantastic movie, I felt the biggest problem with that movie was the villain complex. I just didn't feel that Ares was all that interesting or compelling of a villain. I think that that was definitely the biggest kind of letdown in the first Wonder Woman movie. And I'm kind of worried that they're going to repeat that cycle here, because so far what I'm seeing, I'm not all that excited about it. I mean, they showed a little bit more of Barbara's character and kind of went into what makes her fall, and I don't know. I mean, you kind of going through that whole thing where, she was just a nobody wallflower girl and got really jealous, got really mad, wanted power, got it, and now she's the villain. I feel like that's been a really overdone storyline, and I don't think it's ever really been that interesting of a storyline, to be honest. So I'm a little hesitant about that. So far, like, action-wise, it looks pretty cool, her villain does, but as far as like story-wise and how she turns into that, how she like kind of turns into that villain, I just don't find it all that interesting so far. Now, that's just based off the few little tidbits that there were in the trailer. So I could be wrong. I really hope I'm wrong, and that they actually find a way to ground her villain a lot better. But as it stands right now, it's probably my number one concern going into the Wonder Woman 1984. But a few other things look good. I mean, look, Chris Pine's back. I was a little on the fence with the idea of bringing him back, especially just because of how awesome his character was in the first Wonder Woman movie. I didn't feel it was a good idea to bring him back, especially with how he kind of ended out that movie. But looking at the first trailer, I thought, okay, he's good. Chris Pine's awesome. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I was excited when I saw that one, and watching this one now, I'm even more excited because I think it's kind of cool, because in the first Wonder Woman movie, he was the guy who knew everything that was going on around him and everything, and Diana was involved in a lot of fish out of water humor, and it was great. And this movie looks like they're kind of turning the tables a little bit. Diana's the one who's all in there, knows what's going on in the world around her, and Chris Pine is sitting around going, I don't understand these things. Like, he was looking at fashion, and he's like, does everyone parachute around here? And I thought that was some really great stuff. I think we can expect a lot of great fish-out-of-water humor from Chris Pine. And another thing that I'm really looking forward to this movie is the action. The action looks amazing in this movie. I mean, even in the first trailer, when it showed Diana, swinging her lasso off, lightning bolt to lightning bolt, I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to see some big-time Wonder Woman action in this movie, and I'm really excited about that. And this movie, this trailer, rather, showed a little bit more of that, and it looks pretty awesome. I'm really excited for what we've got in store with this one. I think there was some solid action in the first Wonder Woman movie, especially the German base. Her storming the German base, I thought that was some awesome action, and I think this movie is going to carry through and maybe give you a little bit more, shall we say, epic Wonder Woman action, and I'm looking forward to that. It really looks awesome. And then another thing I'm kind of finding a little bit of a mixed bag to me was the trailer showed Diana again when she was young, and I don't know why they're doing that. I mean, they already did that in the last movie, and it kind of was good because it was an origin story with her. It showed you where she was as a little girl and how she grew up to be the hero that she is. It worked in there. It worked great in that movie. To go back to that in this movie, I don't get the point. It's like, we're done with young Diana. There's no need for that. What is it actually going to show us besides some awesome action sequences from the Amazon island, or whatever it's called? I forget what it's called. I don't really see the point to that. I mean, I'm sure it's going to show some cool action sequences, but I see that being the only thing that it shows us. Could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Again, with these things, these criticisms I've had with the villain and with young Diana, I hope I'm wrong about all of that. I hope it's amazing. Because I have high hopes for this movie. I loved the first Wonder Woman movie. And actually, Wonder Woman 1984 was in my top 10 most anticipated movies for 2020. Actually, don't look at that. That's that list has aged terribly. But I think that there's a lot of good things that we can expect coming from this movie. I'm excited. While I do have some criticisms and some issues with things I saw in the trailer, at the same time, I carry more excitement than anxiety going into Wonder Woman 1984. I still think it's going to be a fantastic movie. It's such a great character, and she was done so well in the last movie. So I have nothing but high hopes for this movie, and I can't wait to see it. It's coming out later this year. Yes, we have a movie coming out in 2020. Whew. It's exciting. I'm excited. And the most exciting part of this entire trailer was that right at the end, that last second, it said, only in theaters. It's like, yes! I love it. So let's look forward to Wonder Woman 1984, because I know I am. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep yourself updated on future content. I'll probably get to be reviewing a few more movies. There's a lot of movies coming out every weekend. Unhinged was just out this last weekend. I did not have a chance to see it, unfortunately, but a lot of movies that keep coming out on streaming platforms, and I think that studios are starting to get a little bit more bold in actually releasing movies in theaters. And I'm excited. I want to get back to my theaters. I really miss going back to the theaters, and I hope you guys do too. So stay tuned for more movie reviews coming soon.